What is going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new YouTube video. I am currently flying around the world to Italy, which you're gonna see in the next couple videos, but I couldn't film a vlog because it's kind of crazy times right now. So what you're gonna get is an amazing Q&A. We got some juicy questions, so go grab a snacky poo, get an energy drink, sit back and relax. If you wanted to be a part of this, you could have asked me a question on my Instagram, which is just Max Tuning. All of my social media is Max Tuning. Go follow me, boost my ego. Here we go. First question from Makan. Do you think Sour Strips would be as successful as it is without YouTube? Now, I get this comment a lot of, this guy was only able to launch this successful brand because he used his audience. It's like, no shit. Obviously, it would have been a lot more difficile to create a new brand, new company if you did not have an audience. Is it impossible? No, it's just a whole different type of strategy. But what I say is, I put in 7 years of work building that audience to then have an easy time launching a brand. So it was 7 years of a lot of stuff to then have it easy. So like I can never wrap my head around people who are just like, oh, it's only easy for this guy. It's like, dude, I've put in the work. I've put in the work. You know, go build an audience for years and years and years and then launch a brand and it's gonna be easier. Or just launch a brand and stop complaining and figure out how to build it, right? You know, it's all you gotta do is make YouTube videos for years, like a decade. Or maybe you could just do the whoa on TikTok and, you know, you could get 1 million followers overnight. You know, it is what it is. Next question. Prince OG Model 01. That is, I've always been interested in how people pick their usernames. I chose mine because it's my name, you know? What would you say your purpose is? What would you say is your purpose? What were you put on this earth to do and be? Annoying. No, I truly believe that my purpose is to entertain people. I love entertaining people. I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but there is nothing more that I enjoy than bringing laughter and enjoyment into people's lives. And when expos were a big thing before the vid, every single time that I would have someone come up and be like, dude, your videos are so funny. Oh my gosh, you make me laugh. Like, that is what I get a rise out of, because I was class clown in 8th grade, superlative. My mom was super happy, everyone getting, you know, most likely to succeed. I was like class clown. And yeah, so even back then, I love entertaining people, and it's really what I want to do. And I'm so glad that I found YouTube as an outlet to do so, you know? And it what brings me a lot of happiness. That's why my videos are always just me saying dumb jokes and stuff. And I do have a very serious side. I can be serious, you know? I just prefer to keep things light. And I don't know if I just have not grown up over the years, but I still make the same stupid jokes when I was like 23 that I am at 32. So it's in my blood, it's in my DNA. Next question, Team Desade. What do you look for in a long-term employee? I look for loyalty, to be honest. I look for hardworking people who are gonna be loyal to my company, my brand, me, and are going to, they want to see the things that they're working for, like the brands that I've created, they want to see it succeed. And really for what I look for in employees is people going above and beyond. And it's kind of this tricky kind of double-edged sword, right? Because I don't want to push people too far, because I understand that not everyone is going to work as hard as I do or have the same mindset in the business, and any time of the day drop what they're doing to do something for the business because they're just an employee. They're not reaping the same reward as I am, maybe whether it be financially or owning part of the company. So a lot of people have this mindset of like, well, I'm not going to work as hard as the boss because I'm not getting the same benefits as the boss. And I understand that, but I look for the people that are gonna work like they have, like I look for people that are going above and beyond. I want people that show up to the office early, or show up to work early, stay later, put in the work, and just really show me that they are willing to do what it takes to get the work done. And that is how you level up with me. That is how you continue to grow with me. That is how I bring you into a whole nother higher level role. Is I don't want people that are just gonna do the tasks that I ask them to do. I want people that are gonna figure out how to do the tasks and add value to the company somewhere else because they bring their insight and they improve everything that we're doing. So I look for people who have a good head on their shoulders and are gonna stick with the companies that they work for and want to give everything to this brand. And it's hard to find those people. I have an amazing team right now, and as soon as I find someone else that has that thing, you're on the team, dude. You're on the team. Favorite parts about being in a committed relationship? That I always have someone to get dinner with. So as you guys know, I am in a very happy, committed relationship. Her name is Batman, and she's fantastic. We're about to have our 6-month anniversary. And my favorite part is just having someone that I know cares about me. And it sounds weird, but you know, for the longest time, like 7 years, I was not in a relationship, and I never had that kind of love. I never experienced that feeling, and just knowing that someone else cares for me the way that I care for them, and having just, I don't know, happiness, I guess. And Taylor is, I feel like, I don't know if you guys think I'm just saying this stuff to be a simp or something, but she is like the light in my day. Like when I see her, she makes me glow, she makes me so excited, and I don't know if it's just I've never felt like this before, or I've never been in this type of happy relationship before, but it's an amazing feeling. And I used to always have to worry, I guess, when I would be dating a girl or just maybe seeing a girl once or twice. I just assume that they're probably talking to other guys, not that, they're doing the same thing with every other guy, but I'm just assuming they're probably texting other guys because we're not exclusive, right? So I'd always just be like, well, I wonder who else she's talking to. I wonder who she's saying these cute things to. She's probably saying this to other people because it was just like the second time hanging out, right? But with Taylor and being in a committed relationship, I know that I'm her everything and she's mine, and it's just an amazing feeling. And I guess I just feel like safe. I almost feel as safe as the way that my home feels because of my home security system, SimpliSafe, who is actually the sponsor of today's video. SimpliSafe is a home security system that keeps your home protected. You can order it on the phone or over the computer, and it ships right to your door. And what's great is it's so simple to set up that even I can do it. And your home is protected 24/7 by professionals, and if there's ever a problem, they are going to alert the authorities for you. They have everything you need to keep your home protected. 4K indoor cameras that I have throughout my entire home, super simple to set up. You just scan a little thing in your phone, bada boom, bada bing, you're done. They have door entry sensors, motion sensors that are so small you can't even see that they're there. And something that I personally love because I have a lot of outdoor entry points is this brand new wireless outdoor camera. It has a 140-degree ultra wide field of view, 1080p resolution, built-in night vision color, and a spotlight. Like what? So if any of you guys are interested, you can save 20% on your SimpliSafe security system when you sign up for an interactive monitoring plan, and you're gonna get your first month free. Just head over to www.simplisafe.com/maxtuning to learn more. Now, if that wasn't a good transition, but we're back, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta pay the bills. We gotta send dude to college. He's over there. We got David and Julia's dogs right here. If David and Julia come back from Starbucks, they are going to go crazy and woof, okay? So just prepare for that. Katie Rouse, will watermelon sour strips be sold in store or online only? That's right, if you're watching this video, watermelon, one of the best flavors. We launched it last year for summertime and it sold out, and then we had a lot of production issues, but it is back as a permanent flavor. Literally right now as you're watching this video, it's online. It will be sold in retail. Will it be sold in every retailer near you? Probably not, but it's gonna start trickling out. It's live right now, sourstrips.com, as well as all of these box tees. We went with like a different style. This is like the oversized, like I'm hip, right? We have like 5 new shirts. These are like heavy cotton box oversized shirts. I think you're gonna love them. Snag yourself some candy, snag yourself some t-shirts. But yes, eventually we want all the flavors to be in as many locations as possible, but online is definitely the place you can go to ensure that you get what you want, build your own bag. But yeah, My original thought process with Sour Strips, the website, was to have limited edition flavors that would only be online. But I've realized that's kind of limiting the revenue, because I could also sell it in stores. But I guess the incentive to go to the website is, hey, these flavors that I want are not in my stores. I can get some, and then I'll go to the website to get the others, right? But eventually we're gonna expand, okay? Eventually. Abigail Pavon, you have been open about not being religious, and Taylor is. How do you guys make it work? So I'm not gonna go super deep into this, but I've expressed my views on my beliefs, and it is very heavily impacted by the death of my father, and it's just changed the way I feel. And Taylor is very open about her religion, and I think the way that we manage it is we both understand each other's views and opinions, and we both respect it. Neither of us try to push the other person's beliefs or thoughts onto one another, and we don't really bring it up that much. But I am open to supporting her in whatever she wants to do. So, for example, if she wanted to go to church every single Sunday, I would go with her. Is it my personal choice to do that? No, but I would do it because we're one, and it's important to her, so it's important to me, even if my thoughts are different on it. So yeah, I think we're very supportive, we're very understanding, and she gets why I feel the way that I do. And yeah, but I would do anything that she wanted to do. If she wants to go to church every single weekend, I will be right there by her side. I don't want to get it. I talked about it before. I get a little emotional. Yeah, it's a little deeper than just maybe what some people think. You can go back and dig into my Q&As and find out my thoughts on it. But yeah, Zach Vasuliu, hardest part about starting Sour Strips. I'm gonna answer this in a way of outside of just sourcing, manufacturing, figuring out packaging, figuring out logistics, right? That's obviously a headache for every single person. The hardest part about starting Sour Strips was the doubt that it would succeed, and the comments that I would get from people thinking that it's not a very viable business, because I'm not the first person to go into the candy space, but there's not that many of us, right? And there's definitely not that many of us in the YouTube world. I might have been one of the first in the YouTube world to kind of go down this path to create a brand that is not just some tchotchke online brand, it's a real world brand. We're next to the big boys, right? And that was my vision and my mindset, but the hardest part was believing in myself and believing that I could do it. Because I don't know about you guys, and maybe some people feel like this as well, but I have this pessimistic look on a lot of things. Everything that I start, I'm like, I can never succeed as much as this person. It is who it is. Like, it's because it's me, right? It's because I'm starting it. It won't be as successful because something's bad's gonna happen because it's me. It's just, I always had this negative outlook, and it may not seem like that, but when I started Sour Strips, I was like, I hope I don't look like a fool launching this and it does terrible. And yeah, that was the hardest part, is getting over that mental. And then also the people, the negative Nancy's when I started it that were like, this is dumb, this will never work because of this, this, and this. And I'm like, look at me now. I proved you wrong, dude. Yeah, Michelin Star. What were the other podcast names or options? If you guys didn't know, I started a podcast. It's actually a show. It's fantastic. It's blowing up. It's called Don't Be Sour. YouTube it. It's on Spotify. It's amazing. As of this video goes up, we're about to have the next guest. The guest that's tomorrow, I'm going to give you a little teaser, right? It is the largest YouTuber that you have never heard of. This is someone that averages 3 to 8 million views of video, and you've probably never heard of them, and their story is amazing, very business savvy, a lot about social media, and you're gonna love it. It's gonna be tomorrow at 9 a.m., Monday at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Eastern time every single Monday. But I'm loving the podcast, by the way. The other names were going to be, I originally was going to call it Tuning In, because I say that at the end of my videos. It's a play on tuning in. It's my last name. But the problem is, I thought I wanted a name that I guess was less tied to my exact name, and I wanted something that people could spell without like having to think about it. And Don't Be Sour, in my head, the idea behind Don't Be Sour was like, don't get butthurt, like don't get offended. But I realized I don't know if it actually makes sense with the name. Like, I don't know if it really means anything, because I don't really talk about controversial topics and stuff. That's not really the point of it. Yeah, I don't know. It just sounds cool, I guess. Don't be sour. And then the sour is supposed to be kind of because I own Sour Strips, but it's not a Sour Strips podcast, but it's just because I own it. That's why the sour is the same word, font as Sour Strips. You get it? I don't know. Yeah. I almost was going to call it again the Sour Hour. It's kind of clever, right? But I was like, what if it goes over an hour? What if I don't want it to be an hour? I don't know. Don't Be Sour is the name. I like it. People seem to like it. I already paid like $2,000 for the damn sign. So that's the name, dude. Noah Hambry. Would you ever sell Sour Strips to a bigger candy company? Is there a dollar value you would take? This, ladies and gentlemen, is by far the most asked question that I have gotten, not just in this Q&A, but ever since starting Sour Strips. I get asked, would you sell it? Do you want to sell it? Oh God, hold on, it's happening. Okay, go. Yep. There you go. Yep. There it is. Go on. Yeah. Okay. I knew it was happening. Would you sell Sour Strips? I do not have an interest in selling Sour Strips because in my eyes, I want to keep doing this thing until it no longer is fun for me. And right now I'm having a whole lot of fun. And right now, the biggest thing that brings me enjoyment is taking the shelf space of a lot of these bigger brands because they've been around for a long time, and little old Max with his little old stupid idea and his little skinny legs is now outselling these big brands, right? And I'm not just thinking that I'm doing it. I get the data. I get the data reports from the stores and I see it. And it's not just we've been launched for a month, we've been launched for 3 years, my guy. 3 years. And I don't want to be cocky about it, but we're crushing it. We're crushing it with Sour Strips. And there's a lot more that I can do. But on the flip side, because it'd be easy just to get a big paycheck and walk away. But I think I have a lot more to do with this brand. I have a lot more that this can grow. On the flip side, I do feel that at some point, the growth that I have with Sour Strips could be limited by the amount of resources and infrastructure that I have. Not saying I can't build this candy conglomerate, right? But is doing that and it taking 10 to 20 years a disservice to the brand, whereas if I was to potentially sell some of the company and partner with a big conglomerate to inject their resources, manufacturing capabilities, distribution, infrastructure, to then catapult the brand, instead of it taking 10 years to build this, do it in 2 or 3 years. And would that be a better way to get people out in the world to have Sour Strips? It could be. So it's something that is always in my head, but I am not waking up every single day sitting at my computer being like, I hope they email me today with a big old check. No, I know that Sour Strips is all these big brands. They know who we are. It is without a doubt. They know who we are because we're on the data reports and they see us and they're aware of us. And at some point, do I think maybe I'll need help? Potentially. But right now, we're doing the damn thing. I am learning a lot as a business owner. And I think that there is a whole lot more potential that we can grow while doing it on our own. So would I ever sell it? that's not really a thought that I have in my head right now. Do I think I would ever need help with the brand to grow it at an even faster rate? I'd be open to the conversation. That's kind of how that I would answer that. This is a long Q&A. Should I end this right here? I have a lot more questions. I'm gonna try to burn through these. We'll keep it like at 25 minutes. Okay. Do you ever get jealous of Taylor's past? I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care what someone did before they met me, because before they met me, I was a different person. Before I met them, I was a different person, right? And no, I don't care who she dated, who she was. I just care about the person she is now, and I love the person that she is now. I'm not really a jealous guy. You know, I guess if I was out at a bar and someone's like hitting on her, at first I'd be like, whatever. And maybe a little bit of me might be like, that's my girlfriend. But I guess I'm just so confident with my relationship, right? I'm so confident with Taylor, not in like I don't want to say a cocky way, but I'm confident because I know that she loves me, right? I know that we have that special kind of bond, and I don't really get jealous. And like, I don't even know Taylor's passcode to her phone. I've never tried to look at her text messages. I've never tried to look at who DMs her. I don't know. I trust her, and it's a trust that I've never had with anyone else. And with her, I have that level of trust. So no, I don't get jealous of her past. No, I don't really get jealous because I know what we have, and it's really especial. Hazel Cow, why are you able to use Eminem songs in your videos without YouTube flagging copyright? I get this a lot in my YouTube. So whenever I do the driving scenes, I always have Eminem playing, right? And it's a good amount of time. So here's a tip for any YouTubers. You can only really do it with I guess you could do it with a lot of other people, but Eminem and like old Lil Wayne. The songs that I'm using are like super old diss tracks and one-off like mixtape songs. They're not out on any sort of streaming platform, so there's nowhere for the copyright strike software to kind of pull that data from, because the songs they're not like released, if that makes sense. I don't know how to word it. Like, they're not on Spotify. They're just random songs that Eminem was like, I hate this person, I'm gonna make a song about them, and he uploaded it to like these mixtape websites forever ago. Lil Wayne has a lot of super old songs that you could use without copyright because they're not released, because they don't own the rights to the beats or something like that. Like, they're not real songs. They're real songs, but they're not real songs. So that's a strategy. That's why I always use like Eminem, because I know all the songs that can do it. Hardest part about being in a relationship, Leia Peterson. The hardest part about being in a relationship with Taylor, there's a lot of like relationship questions, right? People like this. This is real, dude. The hardest part about being in a relationship is showing Taylor that I care about her as much as she shows me that she cares about me, because she flourishes me with love and affection and thoughtfulness, and I'm super new to relationships, and I feel that I probably don't do as much as I could of like the little things that she does that I'm like, holy shit, you're amazing, right? And I'm trying, and I hopefully she sees. I know she sees, and I do cutesy things. I'm pretty cutesy, but yeah, the hardest part I think is the hardest part of being in a relationship for me is that I haven't been in one for so long that I don't know what to do with my hands. I feel like Ricky Bobby on his interview. So I guess I think I'm in a learning phase, but luckily, I think when you meet the right person, it's kind of easy, right? It's a fast learning phase, and I'm getting better. But yeah, Taylor just is amazing, and I'm trying to be as amazing as she is. I hype her up, don't I? She's great. Oh man, how can someone like you be a fitness influencer when you promote trash? Why do you follow me? Why do people? Sometimes I get like DMs and stuff, and I'm not saying this is like a dumb DM, but I get some dumb responses, and I'm like, if you hate me, you're like, you don't believe, like, why do you follow me? Go away. I guess this person, how do you, when you promote trash, are you talking about energy drinks? Are you talking about candy? I understand that I eat processed foods, right? What, do you live on just water and organic chicken or leaves and like grains? Like, I don't know, like, have you ever eaten a Snickers bar before? Do you know that that's processed? I don't know, man. It's like I try to assume people don't emulate exactly what I do. And I'm like, yeah, I eat a lot of processed foods. Yeah, I eat frozen foods. Yeah, I drink energy drinks. I don't know. We're all on this earth a little bit, not saying you have to eat all this stuff. My mindset's weird. I don't know. This is just who I am. Do I understand that I could literally fall out of the sky when I went skydiving one time? Yeah, but I still didn't do it. I really like energy drinks, man. All right, last question. This is gonna do it. Tone Mia, do you ever feel like you're burnt out? Yes. But do you want to know how I combat being burnt out? As weird as this sounds, I add more stuff to my plate. If I feel like I'm getting burnt out on YouTube, I'm like, I need to switch up what I'm doing in the day, so I'm gonna start a couple businesses. Now I'm gonna hire employees. Now I'm gonna get this new warehouse. Now I need to figure out other streams of income to pay for all this stuff. Now I'm gonna start a podcast. And I think just adding more to my plate helps me avoid burnout on one specific task, because now I'm like, I got this whirlwind of shit that I gotta do, dude. It's a lot, but we're loving it. We're enjoying it. We're having a great time, and I'm showing it all to you guys. So this was a long video. What am I gonna title it? Do I do something about the relationship? Do I do something about selling the company? I don't know. We're gonna figure it out, but whatever it is, I'm glad you clicked on it. I'm sure you skipped through it. Shame on you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, new podcast episode every single Monday on the Don't Be Sour YouTube channel. You'll always get 2 videos on this YouTube channel. Unless you don't, then you're only gonna get 1. Make sure you follow me on the social media. Eat more sour strips, watermelon sour strips, which are out now and ever forward. Dude, this is a good Q&A, right? This is a long Q&A. No one stuck around. No one stuck around this long. No one. Okay, here we go. If you stuck around this long, in the comments, I don't know, dude. Just say whatever. Just leave a comment down below. Peace!